This boy was born with 6 fingers, but the father thought his son was a freak. So on this day, he deliberately lured his son to a remote cabin, wanted to use a guillotine to cut off his son's 6th finger, although the mother came in time, but it was too late. Looking at her son, who fainted from the pain, the mother immediately took her son to the hospital. In order to make her son happy, she picked many of her son's favorite cherries. That was the only thing she could do to make him happy. Under his mother's care, Jack grew up and started a new family, but bad luck didn't leave him alone. His mother, Lisa, suffered mental problems after her son's finger was cut off. As she got older, she developed Alzheimer's. Jack's wife also chose to leave home because of the miscarriage of her second child. All of this brought Jack's life to the bottom once again, and he blamed his mother for everything. So Jack became a degenerate. That day, in order to go to the pub and get drunk, he left his 5-year-old daughter in the care of her demented mother. But while he was having a good time, he suddenly received news that his daughter had been in a car accident. When he rushed to the hospital, he saw his daughter lying there, dying. Jack's heart was broken, and the first thing he did was yell at her. But Lisa was the only witness present, so her statement and clues were crucial. But due to Lisa's dementia, no matter how much the police tried to coax her, Lisa couldn't answer anything. When the son saw this, he kicked his mother out of the room, but Lisa knew she had to do something. The next morning, Lisa disappeared. While Jack was searching for her, the police suddenly called. She was in the police station to make the police catch the murderer. When Jack arrived, the police were handcuffing her. Jack immediately rushed to stop her. When Jack was about to take his mother away, mother suddenly said, "Big Rs. 11:55. This is a series of strange words. Listening to the nonsense of the old man in front of him, all the police officers were helpless. Although Lisa is an eyewitness, but with her dementia, no matter what she said, the police wouldn't believe her. After returning to the hospital, Lisa didn't stop. Whenever a nurse came to check the room, Lisa would stare at someone's arse and say out loud that the arse was huge. In order to prevent her from causing any more trouble, Jack had to push her out of the door. On the other hand, a police officer found the surveillance camera at the scene of the accident. He was Jack's childhood friend. That's why he's particularly dedicated to hit-and-run cases. After Jack got the surveillance camera, Jack took it to the hospital room to check it with his sister. But he couldn't look at the brutal images while his daughter was suffering so much. He was drinking. While Jack was blaming himself for this, suddenly his daughter woke up in the hospital bed. She was trying to tell them about the car, but at the moment, no one understood. Until the last time she looked at the computer. It was only then that my father finally understood. At that moment, everyone's attention was focused on the daughter, ignoring what Lisa was trying to say. On this day, in order to welcome his daughter back to life, Jack had gone to buy a lot of toys. But when he returned to the hospital, he was shocked to find that his mother had removed his daughter's oxygen tube. Her daughter had stopped breathing again. At that moment, his hatred for his mother's dementia reached a fever pitch. He went home that night and kicked her out of the house. Lisa froze in her tracks at her son's outburst. With the sudden onset of the rain, her mind wandered back to the time when her son was a child. On this day, Lisa stood in the rain and picked a lot of cherries. Her memory was stuck on the day her son was injured. When she went to the hospital with the cherries, her daughter told her that her granddaughter had recovered. But Lisa